have a feeling that the Buffalo Bills was your choice when you took a look at what weapon you were going to unsheath for the big quiz or the big test in elementary school. But no matter what team you picked, it's just a fucking fact that the pencil that you chose, the NFL team pencil that you chose, it definitely affected your knowledge as you were taking quizzes and tests.
Without question.
Isn't that just the truth?
Without question. Did you have a pencil machine at your school? Because we did. We could throw a quarter in it and we'd have no idea. Put that thing in, click, click, and a pencil would roll out. And you had no idea what you were getting. And
we did not. Did you have NFL team pencils at school?
Yeah. Yeah, we had a pencil.
Did you go to school in heaven? You had a little pencil machine and your school stocked it with NFL pencils?
Yeah, I mean, it was a huge moneymaker for them because, I mean, what did a pencil cost?
Do you know how fucking lucky you were? Did you go to elementary school at Butt Fuckingham Palace? I mean, my whole childhood fucking sucked now, and I just realized it right now. No, I had to buy them at, Kmart and shit.
No, it was middle school. Pleasant View Middle School was, Pleasant View Middle School had the little machine, and we just popped that quarter in and outrolled an NFL pencil.
Well, it's sort of like the helmet machine, only the pencil version of that. And you'd have pencil fights. People would challenge you to pencil fights, and you'd always have to do the pencil fight with. I'd always try to find just some shitty regular yellow pencil.
Well, you didn't want to use
any of my NFL pencils.
Buffalo Bills one. Well, and I'll tell you, from a business standpoint, it was so smart of them to put that thing in there because I was putting a quarter in until the Bills came out, right? Like it would just it's what we did. Yeah.
Yes. I would never use the Buccaneers. I would never use the Oilers. Those were sacred for me. But as I said here, math tests, no, I didn't study for it, but I'll be all right. I'm taking Dan Fouts into battle with me today. I'm going to air it out. I'm going to air Coriel this fucking mathematics test. And you'd sharpen them on one of these, Ron. I mean, I think we probably share in common that we remember these sweet bastards.
Absolutely.
And you can just hear the fucking sound. I mean, you can hear it. You can smell it.
You could smell it. Yeah.
Just soak it in. Oh,
dude, how about, and then
but that
how
sound,
satisfying.
Like right now, I can hear the sound. Some kid grinding.
How satisfying was emptying it out and seeing all those pencil shavings in there too? Like, everything about that.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a feast for the senses, Ron, is what it was. And those NFL pencils were quality pencils too.
Oh, only the finest
had good
wood.
leads in them.
Oh, finest wood.
Yeah.
Too.
Only the finest number 2. Only the finest number 2 wood. Ron, and no, it's the lead. I think that's the number 2. The graphite. It's actually graphite.
Graphite,
for those of you scoring at home. How about this, Ron? Did they ever come to school and, well, I was going to skip ahead of that, but you can take a look at these as well. What are you going to do with the pencils? You're going to put them in a cigar box, of course, because that's just how that works. Did you have a cigar box for your pencils when you were a kid?
Yeah, where did I get cigar boxes? My dad didn't smoke cigars, yet somehow I ended up with a cigar box. Like, I don't even know where it came from.
My mom didn't smoke. I had a cigar box too. Then they would make pencil boxes.
Right, they'd have
which were, 4 pencils.
Yeah, they'd be themed.
Yeah. They'd be themed. So it was one more way that you could, try to bring your identity to school with you, as we tried to do with lunchboxes and so forth. Ron, did they ever come to your school and give you these tablets to chew?
See, I wouldn't do that right now. Oh my gosh, I'd be so embarrassed probably right now.
Motherfucker's gonna get a case of pink mouth right here on Outkick for everybody to check out. But yeah, they would bring those in, and I guess it would stick to the crud on your teeth. Is that basically the point?
I think plaque. I think it was the plaque. I think it stuck to the plaque, not necessarily crud.
Yeah. Well, plaque's about to be crud, but there it is. Remember, we're going to find out which nasty
look what they're called.
Brush.
Look what they're called too. Look what they're called. Disclosing tablets. I'm going to disclose how bad you brush your teeth.
It's like, why don't they just like bring in the pills that identify who's got a little dick, Ron? Let's just disclose everything. Let's just shame people beyond all recognition.
Promiscuous tablets, and they'd find out if you had an STD or not.
Yeah. Who's got gonorrhea? Well, here you go. Pee on this. We'll see what color it turns. Here's one, Ron. I used to like to do this during class, and I know that I wasn't alone. You get that Elmer school glue, and you just get some caked on your fingers, let it dry, and then you peel it off and look at your fingerprint on it like it's dead skin.
It was so satisfying pulling that off your thumb too, wasn't it?
Solid top 10 life activity for me when I was in 3rd grade. Yeah, it was satisfying.
Yeah, dude, you mentioned this. You mentioned this last week. This is why Super 70s works so well. Is we all have these shared experiences. I know there are people out there right now watching this, and they're going, "Yep, yep, 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 yep." Like we all did these things.
These are the things that we did, damn it. And then after we got the glue off of our fingers, and maybe even before we took the glue off of our fingers, we'd go to lunch and we would look for the Dom Perignon of elementary school lunchtime beverages, the chocolate milk small carton, Ron.
I can't remember. Was it more expensive, or was it just a special thing that was like maybe once every few weeks? I can't remember. Was chocolate milk an option, but you had to pay more?
I think they had it all the time, but you had to pay
we
extra
knew
for
the
it.
rich kids. We could tell who the rich kids were.
Yeah. Yeah, the rich kids would be over at their table and they would be like, "Look at the peasants, Chauncey."
Pinky up.
Sucking their
Pinky
milk.
up.
Yeah. Look at the poors over there drinking their whole milk from the red carton. Or whatever we had. I can't remember if it was red or blue. Yeah, white milk. That's great for the proletariat. Here's one for you, Ron. Take a look at this. Here's something that I think is getting lost, man. I talked to my kids about this. Cursive writing is on the way out. They're not emphasizing this the way that they used to. And I tweeted that, thank God that I was prepared for the information age by learning how to write like a 19th century aristocrat. Still can't figure out why that uppercase Q
is like the worst, dude. Q is the worst.
Yeah. What the fuck is that uppercase Q doing?
Do you write in cursive at all, other than your signature?
Other than my signature, I do not. Although if you said, "Hey, Ricky, write something in cursive," I could do it. I mean,
yeah,
I remember how. My form's not going to be textbook anymore, but
it's not. It's not necessarily hard. But listen, my notes for WTF, I write them regular. Like, what am I like? It's so bizarre.
Me too.
It's so bizarre.
Is the whole point that you don't have to lift? You don't have to lift.
Yeah.
The pencil or the pen. That's the whole point.
You have to when you go to the next word, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But no, unless I'm signing my name, I don't fuck with Ron. I got so fired up listening to Dan Campbell. It reminds me of how fired up I used to be when the teacher would roll the television into the classroom when we were young. Look at that. Look at that. You'd see that sweet bastard coming in. I can just see some woman pushing it along. Could have been any of my many all-female classroom teachers that I had before I got to junior high school. And then they parked this in the room and you were like, guess what, baby? I am absolutely going to coast the rest of this fucking day.
So good, man. So good. Oh, what amazing.
All the memories flood back.
Yeah. I mean, this is like, it's obviously not the same as a snow day, but it's definitely in the same arena, right? Like that, not expecting this.
And it didn't even matter. It didn't even matter what you were watching because it was better than what you
could be on insects. Doing. It could be on insects. I don't care.
I thought for a second you said it was on incest. And I was like, what kind of an elementary
Well, you're
school
from Kentucky.
did you go to?
You're from Kentucky. Of course,
I'm
that's
like,
what
well,
you learned.
I'm like on the plus side, they had NFL pencils in the machines. On the other hand, I don't think I want to watch their TV shows.
Oh my
But no,
gosh.
dude, we had, like I remember my first grade year was the biggest winner, 1978. People from Kentucky,
Blizzard
will
of
know
78.
this. The Yacht Rock
Ricky,
Playlist consultant, yeah,
Blizzard of
very
78.
well may remember this. Yeah, and we had to do makeup days on Saturdays in order to not have the year go ridiculously long. And I remember in first grade, when we would go in on Saturdays, they took mercy on us and they let us watch cartoons.
They
And
just give you a bowl of cereal
sitting
too?
in first grade. They should have. Damn it. That's a lot to ask for a 6-year-old to drag out on a Saturday. I mean, that was our only chance, man, was Saturday mornings. And I remember we watched the Harlem Globetrotters in the classroom. So I had that going for me, Ron. Another thing that brought a lot of joy, I know, to you and me and a lot of other people of our era was this. The Scholastic Book Fair, Ronnie.
The best.
Where we would
Absolutely
pick out
the
the
best.
books that we wanted, and then sometime down the road, I don't know how much, it felt like it took forever. I don't know how long it was until we actually
forever.
got the books.
It might
was
have been
forever,
4 weeks.
right?
It might have been 4 weeks, and it felt like eternity.
It felt like a year. But then your books would come in and you gather them. I remember I was always a sports book guy, so I would get these
Same.
kinds of books.
I'd get this
As
and
I
Mad
tweeted,
Libs.
that's a solid
I'd get
10-year run. Mad Libs. Absolutely, I would get Mad Libs. I would get Garfield books back then, because when I was a kid, I had a tabby
Ricky.
cat.
Ricky,
And,
look at that.
you know.
I honestly, I would read these books right now if I had them. You tell me
Yes.
you wouldn't read. You wouldn't read right now Football
There's-
Stars of 1972 right now. You 100% would read it.
Dude, I would pour myself a fine glass of perhaps scotch and
Yes.
retire to my study, where I will
Put on a
read
robe.
the classics of Bill
Put
Gutman.
a nice robe on.
Yes, robe with its monogrammed RC.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, yeah. Maybe get myself a pipe full of cannabis. You know, I could be the Sherlock Holmes of
So
getting high as
speak.
fuck,
So
and
real
then
quick
just read
about the book
Larry
fair.
Brown.
Do you remember when they'd get wheeled in? They would be the shelves on wheels, but they were enclosed, and then they'd have the hinges, and they'd open them up, and there they would be on display. Like how exciting it was to see the book fair shelves getting wheeled in to the cafeteria. Oh my God, Ricky, it was the best.
I'm getting a little excited just listening to you get excited recounting it.